be playing here on Sunday brunch. And myself, Lewis Bracken. Join me in the studio. I've Kieran Murray from the Recovery Concept.
How's it going?
How are you, Kieran?
I'm not too bad, and yourself? It's a beautiful Sunday.
It is a beautiful.
Loving this weather.
It is. It's lovely and sunny for once. So, Kieran, I have a couple of questions for you.
I'll walk away.
What is the recovery concept about?
Well, the idea behind the recovery concept is to, I suppose, give people a voice to help people to understand what other individuals are going through that suffer with illnesses around issues around addiction, mental illness, and who struggle to live comfortably with disability. And I do cover some other kind of topics of disease, illnesses, diseases, and that, like cancer and things like that. Recovery is the main thing of it, I suppose, because recovery is it's a broad concept. It's like, okay, recovery is, when you say recovery, you think of people in addiction and things like that, but recovery, you could be in remission. I suppose it's a form of remission, really, is the proper word people should use, because when people talk about things like cancers and that, it's the term remission. But I have been somebody that's gone through issues themselves in relation to addiction and mental illness, and have a disability. I can't speak today, as per usual. I understand a lot of the stuff that people go through. Do you know, that kind of way? I can relate to people, and then I went back to college. I've been studying psychology and social studies, and I'm being honest, I'm not an academic. I know all the stuff. I have to say a big thank you to the staff and all that in Inchicore College. I've been a bit of an infiltrator in the college, because I've gotten the help. Like, that's a big health college, and they do all the HSE. They train their future HSE staff, basically. But like our nurses and our carers and all that. It's an amazing college, so fair play to them. And then, doing this here now, the recovery concept in liffeysound. I've always loved radio. I was always a big fan of the likes of Niall Boyle and Adrian and Jeremy and Pat Kenny. I always listen to Pat Kenny and to Ciara Coleman and all them. And I suppose I used to listen to a lot of radio when I was younger, when I was cleaning my bedroom, and rather, like, I had a lot of friends when I was younger, but I liked to isolate a bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
A bit too much. And radio, I always felt, was my best friend, because it cheered you up and it made you feel good, and somebody would say something on the radio that, would click with you, resonate with you, or make you laugh, or whatever the case may be. We watch our Netflix, we watch our comedy. So with my show, what I tend to try and do is I'll do meditation. I'll do a guided meditation. I'll have a bit of a laugh towards the end. I've covered topics where there's been mentions of unaliving, suicide ideation, all that sort of stuff. I've talked to people who've been to the bottom of the barrel, and I like the idea that these things encourage people and influence people to turn around and say, okay, there's a better way for me, there's a better life for me, I can live a better life. I'm not perfect, none of us are perfect, and I still have to kind of push myself a bit. And the biggest thing in recovery, in any form of recovery, is giving back and helping others, that kind of way. Yes. So I'll do that. The best way I know how is I've done a bit of work in a treatment centre. I've done all that stuff on the phones, but in here I can broadcast to a wide range of people, and it's great. Like, I just picture that a young lad in a bedroom, or a young woman in a bedroom, listening to their radio and being cheered up, which is the main thing, which is why I'd play a positive tune. And shows like yours, Lewis, I have to say, are brilliant, because I love, like, a mixed bag of music, a mixed bag of tunage. And I know from doing a bit of DJing in a club before and doing all that stuff, I love the variety. It's because I was part of a variety show there a few years ago, and there was a mix of culture, there was a mixture of all sorts of things. And it was brilliant, everybody. It was very inclusive at the end of the day, is what I'll say. So I suppose, to answer your question in summary, it's about inclusivity, that everybody is equal and no one is perfect. And that's the answer to your question, Lewis. I hope that answered it, by the way.
Yeah, it has. So, Kieran, the next question I have for you is, if you were stranded on a desert island, what 5 bands or artists would you bring along with you to listen to, and why?
Bit of Eminem, I have to say. I like a lot of me 80s and 90s rock music and soft music.
Yeah.
Dance, 90s dance. I can't think of, Ariana Grande. Yeah. Um, yeah. Who else? Let me see who else. What's your woman's name now that's really big now? I can't think of her name at the minute. It's Carpenter, Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter.
I love her, and I have to say, he's a brilliant voice at the moment. It's, yeah, man, Bruno Mars.
Yes.
And I don't know if you've heard that new song with your woman, Rose. Is
Yeah.
it Rose? She's Korean. But I think she's brilliant. Now, I know Bruno Mars was a great help to her because she turned around and he got said to her, like, why don't you call your album Rosie? Because that was her nickname, do you know, that kind of way. So
Yeah.
it was quite clever. But they do that song brilliantly together. And, I found out APT, it's a drinking game. That's what that is. It's a Korean drinking game. Now, look, I don't drink anymore, but people want to have fun as long as they're being careful and safe. Obviously,
do.
enjoy alcohol responsibly if you are a
Basic
drinker.
drinking right on it.
All that stuff, yeah. I've had them on a couple of times on my show, funny enough. But anyway, I don't know if I fully answered this question. So I'm trying to think, who else could it be? Bruno Mars, Rose, Ariana Grande, Eminem. A fifth one. I need a fifth singer, bands, artist. Do you know what? I'm going to say something very controversial. A very controversial band, Nickelback. I don't care. I like Nickelback and I don't care what anybody thinks. Oh, look, Carl's out there. He's going to bait me now. He's coming after me now. He's coming after me. It's alright, he's gone now. I don't have to look at him. I know. I'm only messing with you. Go on. Anyway, next question, please. I'm ready. I'm like a politician here. I'm ready.
So the next question is, Kieran, what would be your favourite song to listen to and why?
At the moment, it's that one from Billie Eilish. What's it called? I can't sing. Birds of a Feather, that's the name of it. I absolutely love it. What is it? There was another dance song. There's a couple of 90s dance songs I love, and there was one, and it's had to go out of my head. And it's the one where, what you call it? Yeah, no, I went down for a coffee with a friend of mine a while ago. I snuck out and oh wait, the boss is listening. I snuck out for a friend of mine. Nobody rat me out, okay? No, but this is between me and you. But anyway, I heard the song and it was in my head for a while, and if it came back into my head, I'd probably pick that as my number one. But 90s dance, I'll tell you, "Lady" by Mojo. That's a brilliant tune.
It is.
Yeah.
So, Kieran, what time can people tune into the recovery concept in case people want to tune into it tomorrow night?
Join me tomorrow night from 9, where I had to reach into the vault and I pulled something out. But if you do want to get in contact with the program, you want to share a story or you're part of an organisation or whatever, you can visit the Recovery Concept Facebook page, or the Recovery Concept at liffeysoundfm.ie is the email address. So there's two ways that you can. Also check out my TikTok, the Recovery Concept. Also, I'm on Kieran Murray on YouTube and Facebook as well. So there's loads of ways of getting in touch there.
And so we're going to wrap up this show today, and I'd like to thank you so much, Kieran.
Thank you so much for...
I'd like to thank my two producers, Kieran and Carl English, today for producing Sunday Brunch, and one of my last two songs I'm going to